I care about us more. I don't want to go through, I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. The f*** you want me to do? Black people gonna realize and white people gonna realize we didn't get y'all. We are the blueprint. Why do we continue to disrespect each other? There's no reason for you young to keep killing each other no anymore. We're in a system where these white people want us to fail. Not all, but some.
What it do, what the business is, folks. It's your boy That Way with Jack Travis to be exact. We back in the building again for another episode, man. We're going through a couple of things. Well, actually, just one. Now, actually, there'll be two in this episode, man. What everybody got going on. A couple days ago, nigga like me celebrated my 200 subscriber, man. You dig what I'm saying? So I put up a couple of episodes, a couple of videos about that. But yeah, we ons and upwards, man. But yeah, we're going to get into a couple little stories, man, involving Benzino and then this other light-skinned chick. I don't even know what her malfunction is, man, but it's all centered around these crazy dating standards that women have seemed to have adopted these days. I don't know where they get this jargon from. Well, I know they get it from. It's like a pamphlet they pass around and they all read from the same thing. But yeah, at any rate, man, we're going to get into this Benzino thing, man, and then I'm going to pound about it because, I feel like he speaks on some good things. But, Benzino, it's been like the butt of jokes for a while, man. As far as his whole existence in the whole little rap industry. But we'll get into the footage, man, and then I'll holler at y'all at the end of it. Bow. Let's see.
But I care about us more. I don't want to go through, I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. The f*** you want me to do? Come on, man. I love my daughter. I raised my daughter like any other street. We gotta be out there and get money for our kids. We can't raise our kids like Cliff Huxtable. Black people gonna realize and white people gonna realize we didn't get y'all. We want to make it right. I don't like this. My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad. You think this is cool? Nah, man. We're failing as a people. I got love for Shade Room and all these other podcasts, but we're great. We're amazing people. We are the blueprint. Why do we continue to disrespect each other? Why do we continue to disrespect each other and kill each other? All my young man, there's no reason to be shooting another young at somebody's kid. There's no leadership no more. I love Minister Farrakhan, but there's no leadership. There's no reason for you young to keep killing each other no anymore. We're in a system where these white people want us to fail. Not all, but some. Stop killing each other. Stop criticizing each other.
All right, Zeno, listen, I'm gonna keep doing this, man, because you more than this.
All right, man, so y'all see what's going on right there, right? All right, so I'll speak on a couple things. Like now, of course, a lot of people in the comments talking about him crying and, it's a certain vulnerability to it or what have you, or certain people going to make jokes about it. Well, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know exactly what prompted the conversation. As far as I can tell, they asked him about Eminem, and I'll be honest, I don't even have a lot of background on what type of beef him and Eminem have, whatever. Eminem is a great rapper. I don't consider him to be on any type of a Mount Rushmore. If you want to say the Mount Rushmore of white rappers, yeah, cool. But his wordplay and his cadence, yeah, awesome delivery. But his subject matter is nothing that black people relate to. He doesn't speak to any of us. Now there are some weirdos in the culture that experience his type of Now, let me clarify. A lot of people have issues with their parents, their mothers, overbearing parents, siblings, love interest and all that. We all go through those things, you know what I'm saying? But not all of us take it to the point to where you're ready to take your actions out and potentially end someone's life or yours and just always dwelling on it. So, that's not our experience, man. Like we deal with so much out here, you know what I mean, to where the little things like that aren't that devastating to us. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you keep up with the news and all that, like I cover stories here on the Crime Time on That Way with Jack Travis. A certain side of the spectrum, man, they treat life happenings with the greater deal of I should say, I won't say urgency because some people say, yeah, they're more about handling business. No, they treat them with like a higher level of just reaction or with a different level of devastation, I guess I should say. People on certain side of the spectrum, it's just as simple as them losing their job. They lose the job, they'll go home and end the whole family. It's called familicide. You don't see that on the other side of the spectrum. So the things that we deal with, we like I said, we just kind of treat them differently, man. But when looking at his music and as how it relates to the culture, man, and where we rank him, from my perspective, that's how we judge Mr. Eminem, Marshall Mathers. Again, back to Benzino, man. Coi Leray. If you keep up with pop culture, him and Coi Leray have always been in the news for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? They've got some type of tumultuous parent-child dynamic going on. Who knows what's going on behind closed doors and what people say. You know what I'm saying? Family dynamics are hard to get into, man. But apparently just that beef keeps following him. And he's sick of being asked about it. He said for the last 2 years, every time he gets on camera, they ask him about Eminem, Coi, maybe she was became disillusioned once she got into the game. Maybe she had ideas of other ways of being accepted in the game because he spoke on how she seemingly got her disdain that we see in the media for her father. She gained that because she thought that was the way to be accepted by the fans, to hate her the way that Eminem hates him, and because I guess more people were fans of Eminem than Benzino. And he had a point when he said tearing them down, and I guess, man, from his experience out here in the entertainment world, I could see him being frustrated because, again, ever since, bro came in, I think he was the founder of The Source magazine. And then he made a foray into the rap game. He made a song that was actually like a hit. It was like a hate watch type of hit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It was catchy, but it was so corny to where, like, then he had beef with a couple people. And it was just like the way he came off, it was just, you couldn't help but to make a joke off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but apparently that stigma has followed him. And then, when he started working out, he lost his neck. And then, it was a tragic event, man. And so people have just been kind of pointing that out over these years. And then he's weirdly built. And he's always flaunting his body. And it's just like, he does a lot of cringe material, you know what I'm saying? So I guess, celebrities act like they don't pay attention to that shit and they just roll off of them. And I guess maybe for the most part it does, but you can see that shit ain't just transparent to them. You dig what I'm saying? That shit eats at them. So, he broke down on Drink Champs, I guess after Drink Champs, I don't call it boy Drink Champs. He broke down and then, that liquor goddamn get you clearer or some shit like that, they say, man. But then he went on into a better point, man, and I will say, because again, on Crime Time, I cover a lot of crime. I scroll past and read and document a lot of crime that I don't even bring to you all. But it's highly alarming the amount. Well, let me not get on no right wing talking points and shit. The crime in the black community, man, is alarming. Overall, for me, it's alarming because, like he said, you have white people out here. Not all of them, but if you're doing enough research out here, they applaud the job we're doing at eliminating our numbers at such a rate. Now I know people kill where they live. You know what I'm saying? I read about all type of crime in the white community, Asian, Latino, all of that. But I don't live their experience. They don't live mine. So I can't be a champion for them and look at what they're doing in their community. I can't really worry about that as it pertains to what I'm saying right now, man. So yeah, the time when there are forces out there right now, man, that will continue to work against our best interests. It's imperative that we don't thin our numbers out, man. We're out here being as great as we've ever been, being more widely accepted. We getting things changed and molded out here to where we can just get our fair shot. Not get anything from anybody, but just be able to get our fair shot. That'll be a common thing with me. Whenever I talk about black and white relations, politics, or what have you, I don't care about no reparations or anything. Don't give me shit. Just don't stand in my way.
There are consequences to saying the N-word.
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
So, at a time where things like that are very prevalent, man, and we've got some momentum, it's just so counterproductive to look and see what's going on in these, I won't just say inner cities, just period, man. And it goes back to what he's saying. Just it's an overall devaluing of our character, man, by our own people. Not wholesale. I'm not here to condemn the black community. You have to go a long way to find somebody blacker than me, a la Dick Gregory. But yeah, man, we I understand the dynamics of the environment. I understand the dynamics of being aggressed upon and, having to do the get back gang and all this, that, and the third, man. But you would think that if more people paid attention to their surrounding environment and figuring out the big hurdles that they need to move out of their way, I think the small hurdle of a nigga around the corner that's talking crazy on Instagram or what have you, that would take the back seat of, less importance, man. And I think we may start to realize that we may need one another a lot more than we think we do when we ready to put him behind the scopes of our gun. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I'm from a lot of shit. I seen a lot of shit, so I know how shit goes. I'm not just saying everybody out here that's just having to use some violence to get their point across aren't justified, because they're different shades of gray when it comes to this thing. But overall, man, as a people, black people, yeah, man, if we allow more of us to stay and strive and grow and prosper, man, we would just do that much more to assert our foothold, man, and put our best foot forward, you know what I'm saying, and just show and prove more. I may be preaching hopefully I'm preaching to the choir. A lot of people understand this concept, but it is what it is. We're going to continue to live and let live as needed, and just do our part, man, as a collective. You dig what I'm saying? Each one teach one. You know what I mean? Everybody can't go like Nipsey Hussle said. But that was my assessment of Benzino and what he was going through and the points he brought up, man. Although he did it in a way that we can look at and kind of make a joke about it, he made some very good points. And so, I felt so inclined to make a video, man, and just kind of add on to it. And whoever that fathead clown at the end, like, you better than this, Benzino. Just shut the fuck up. Black man discussing black issues. Shut your ass up. So, this has been That Way with Jack Travis, man. I'll let your boy. Loud.